Welcome back to another video, guys. I hope you're all having an amazing day. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and also, as I mentioned in my last Fortnite video, I'm going to be doing a Fortnite giveaway where you can buy yourself some V-Bucks. On Friday the 30th of March, I'm going to be announcing who the giveaway winners are. So if you want to enter, just subscribe, like this video, and comment done in the comment section so I know who to pick out, basically. So on the 30th of this month, I will announce who the winners are, so be sure to subscribe, leave a like on this video, turn on notifications as well so you don't miss another giveaway or another video in future. And we're gonna get straight into this video. So basically, I know how some of you guys are bad at Fortnite, you're not getting wins, you're actually struggling, and you're seeing players like Myth and Ninja just get back-to-back #1s and wondering like, what are they doing, how are they getting these wins? And I've actually figured it out. I figured out what they do, and I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and showing you guys some secrets that not much Fortnite players know about, and it's pretty game changing. It really is. I'm actually going to save the best one till last. Like, literally no one knows about this, and I actually don't know why nobody does and why no one uses this, because this last one in a way is kind of cheating, but it's not cheating because it's in the game. But it's crazy stuff. So if you haven't already, be sure to slap a like on this video, and we're going to get straight into it. One of the main things we're going to get straight into is building. Now, what you will notice when you're watching these pro players in these 1v1 situations is that they always use wood. Now, the reason why they do so is this: when you use wood and place it down, you'll notice that it has 100 health. Now, let's say you're in a situation where someone has surprised you, they're behind you, and you want to quickly lay down some materials to like get a defense up. What you will want to do in that situation is place wood down. But if in the same situation you was to place brick down, you would notice that brick has 90 instead of 100 when you first place it down. Now, using the wood is better because it's going to take longer to be destroyed by the enemy's bullets compared to the short time it will take for the brick to be destroyed because it only has 90 health. Same goes for iron. Now, don't get me wrong, iron is a lot stronger than wood and brick when you give it time to fully be built, because wood has 200, brick has 300, and when iron is fully built it has 400. But when iron is first placed down, it has 80 out of that 400 and makes it a lot easier to be destroyed by the enemy's bullets. So if we look at a few clips of Ninja and Myth in these situations, you can see that they all use wood in these situations. Unless they have a lot more time, I can get some iron or brick down. Unfortunately, in this clip I can't actually show you, but if you do have a sniper and you hit the brick wall, you'll be able to knock a bit off the top, making it easier for you to peek and get that kill, get an advantage in those 1v1 situations, giving you a chance at getting that sniper shot and getting that kill, making it more likely for you to get that #1. Talking about peeking, again, iron isn't exactly the best material to put down if you're thinking of peeking. I would say it would have to be the brick or the wood if you're looking to peek. The brick is the best for sniping because you can just hit it once and then the top layer will just come off, making it easier for you to just peek and snipe. And the wood has crevice-like holes that you can just peek through, take a look at where your enemy is, get that kill, and get closer to getting a #1. The next thing we're going to be talking about is stair building. There's some pros out there that actually use the roof tool and edit the roof tool so it looks like stairs, and the reason they do this, when you compare the roof to the stairs, you'll see that there's more holes to peek through on the roof one compared to the actual stairs. So you can peek through and see what your enemy's doing while actually rushing your enemy, increasing your chance of getting that kill, because the planks are vertical instead of horizontal, which is a huge advantage. Same goes for brick stairs. There's a little hole on the roof stairs that you can peek through, but on the actual brick stairs, there's not many holes that allow you to peek through on the actual stairs and see your enemy, which actually decreases your chance of getting that kill when rushing. And when you are rushing, you want to have the best chance you can get to kill the enemy. Believe it or not, same goes for iron stairs. There's holes you can peek through on the iron roof, but on the iron stairs, there are actually none. The holes are tiny on the roof, but I'm pretty sure you can make use of them and use them to your advantage, because you'll be able to see the enemy, but the enemy won't be able to see you because they're that small. Same thing as the walls applies to the stairs. When you first place wooden stairs, they're going to have 95 health, whereas brick will have 85 and iron will have 74 when you first place it down. I would not recommend using iron for stairs unless you're confident that nobody's around you and you're not going to get shot at, because iron will take a long time to build when compared to wood and brick. So just be smart, guys. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys guys about is actually something that not many people know about, and this is actually amazing. I'm telling you, let's say you're running from the storm and it's got to the point where the storm is doing 5 damage every second and you're pretty low on health. There's not many people in the game and you've got some beast loot and you want to actually have a chance of winning the game. What you can do is, if you have 2 campfires on you, you can actually stack the campfires so that they increase your health instead of leaving your health at the same. What you have to do is just put a stair down, then 2 platforms of wood or whatever material you want, then just stack the campfires and just stand in between them. If you knew how long it took me to get this gameplay and find 2 campfires, you would be so amazed. This was actually a good game for me. Unfortunately, I didn't get the number 1 because I'm bad at Fortnite, but these tips are helping. These tips are really helping. Now, this next one is something that I didn't actually want to put in here. I wanted to keep it to myself, but I'm not going to be greedy and selfish. Even Allier said that he didn't want to put this one out there because it's just that good. There's weapons in the Battle Royale game mode that are just too overpowered, and all the pros and YouTubers don't like to talk about it because they don't want people abusing it and overusing it. One of these weapons is the purple SMG. The purple SMG, I'm gonna say now, is equivalent to the purple scar. That's why I call this one the mini purple scar, because it's just that good. When you think about the SMG's fire rate compared to the scar's fire rate, you realize that the SMG has a higher fire rate, meaning that more bullets are going to hit your enemy per second, giving more damage per second compared to the scar's damage per second. Even though the scar does give a little bit more damage than the SMG, technically you're giving more damage with the SMG compared to the scar, which is actually pretty amazing, and that's why a lot of people don't want to talk about this, because it's just too OP. Unfortunately, the purple SMG is really hard to find. I actually struggled to get gameplay of me using this gun because it's just that rare. It's actually more rare than finding a scar, believe it or not, because I found tons of scars, but yet I didn't even find more than 2 purple SMGs. So next time you're in a game and you find one, pick it up, use it. I'm telling you, you'll do so good. It has good range, good reload times as well, so it doesn't prohibit you when in those 1v1 situations. So it's a really good gun overall. And it's not just the purple SMG, it's the blue and purple SMG. I would pick them both over any AR any day. Moving on to the next tip I have for you guys is impulse grenades. Now, let's say you're doing Stairway to Heaven or Skybase, or you're just somewhere that's really high in general, and if you fall, you're going to take full damage and possibly die. What could actually save you is using impulse grenades and actually throwing them down just before you hit the ground. The blast from the impulse grenade will actually reset the full damage counter, minimize, if not completely remove, the amount of fall damage that you will take from that fall, which is actually really helpful because a lot of people do not know this. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's not actually an easy thing to do. You actually will need some practice and you will need to try it out a few times, because if you actually master the skill, then you could use it to your advantage and it helps so much. Another thing I wanted to add in about those impulse grenades, if you're stuck in the storm, you can actually throw the impulse grenades down and use them to give you a little bit of a push instead of using that jump pad, and you can save the jump pad for later and use your impulse grenade instead. So just remember to always pick those impulse grenades up because they can actually be very useful. The next tip I wanted to give you guys is when you're building a base, always remember to put traps at the top and at the bottom inside, especially if it's a big base, because when people are trying to rush your base at the top and rush your base at the bottom, this can actually be really helpful. The traps will end up getting kills or giving them a lot of damage, making the gunfight easier for you and giving you more chance of surviving and getting closer to getting number 1s. The next tip I wanted to give you guys is when you're by yourself, let's say you're in a solo game and you're low on materials and you're thinking of mining or destroying some trees to get some mats, what you should do is always leave the tree on the lowest possible health you can, because sometimes when you're destroying trees you can actually give away your locations, especially if it's a big tree. Someone with a sniper is on a hill that's higher than you and they see the tree go down. Obviously they're going to know that someone's there and they might actually go in for the kill or end up rushing you, which will put you at a huge disadvantage. So that's why I would suggest always leaving trees at 50 or maybe 100 health, unless you know that you're in a secure area and there's not going to be anyone looking at you or the trees that you're destroying. The next tip I'm about to give you guys has honestly helped me so much in these 1v1 situations where you're building stairs and rushing enemies. And this tip is basically when you're building stairs up mountains and there's an enemy above you, or you spot a base and that enemy's in a base, Build 2 layers of stairs, one to run on and one above you to protect you from those bullets coming from above. It honestly helps out because they're not going to know where you are, which would then make them jump down to C, which would then switch it up and give you the height advantage, giving you a chance of getting the kill and increasing your chance of getting a number 1. And the last tip I'm going to give you guys, I mentioned at the start that this one is kind of cheating, but it's not cheating because it's in the game already. Now this one is basically you just changing your server to Brazilian, because Brazilian servers, not gonna lie, they're just full of noobs, people that don't really know how to play the game, people that are not that good. So if you're not getting wins, try switching to a different server, because you might actually get matched up with people that aren't as good, people that don't know how to play the game as good. And not gonna lie, I've seen a couple YouTubers do this to get themselves some good game footage, and maybe you should try doing this too, so you can try get some number 1s. Unfortunately, that's gonna be everything in this video. I do have more tips, but I might save that for another video. Also, as I mentioned at the start, the winners for the giveaway are going to be announced on Friday, so be sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. Leave a like on this video, comment done so I know who to pick out. Leave some Fortnite ideas in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.